is Evelyn Blackwood, and you're listening to Midnight Murmurs Radio, your coziest corner of the night, where stories drift like tides and shadows carry forgotten voices. Tonight's bedtime story is Columbus Day Shadows, Lost Souls of the New World. A relaxing story, a guided sleep meditation, a journey through the calm waters of memory and the dark depths beneath them. Before we begin, find a comfortable place to rest. Lie down, loosen your shoulders, and let the quiet of the night wrap around you like a soft blanket. Take a slow, deep breath. In through your nose. Hold it for a heartbeat and exhale gently through your lips. Let every breath draw you deeper into peace. Let every sound of my voice guide you closer to calm. You are safe here, surrounded only by warmth, stillness, and the promise of sleep. Now, imagine the faint scent of salt in the air. Waves brush against the wooden docks of an old harbor, their rhythm slow, steady, eternal. It is Columbus Day in a small New England town, a place where the ocean never sleeps and neither do the ghosts of its history. Lanterns swing gently from the pier, their light trembling in the mist. Far beyond the fog a ship's bell tolls, once, then vanishes into silence. For most, this night is a celebration, parades, music, the retelling of discovery and pride. But in this town, people whisper a different story, one of loss, betrayal, and souls that never returned. They say that on Columbus Day, when the wind shifts from the east and the tide pulls against the current, you can hear the voices of those who were never meant to be forgotten. The harbor has a name, Mariner's Hollow. It was once a thriving port, full of laughter, trade, and songs of sailors coming home. Now, it's a quiet shell of itself. The wooden planks old and waterlogged. The ships long gone. Only the waves remain faithful, rolling in and out like memories refusing to fade. As the moon rises higher, you see her light spill across the water, silver, fragile, and cold. It dances on the surface like whispers brushing against your skin. You begin to walk along the dock. Your steps light, your heartbeat soft, your breath slow and steady. The night hums gently, the coziest kind of silence, where time slows and the world feels suspended between sleep and waking. In the distance, a figure stands at the edge of the pier, a woman in a long coat, her hair drifting in the sea breeze. She holds a lantern, its glow reflecting in her eyes that seem to carry centuries of sorrow. She turns toward you, and for a moment you feel the weight of countless stories pressing against the quiet. Stories buried beneath the waves, hidden behind history's triumphs, and whispered by the restless tide. Evelyn's voice lowers, smooth, calming, like the lull of waves against the hull of a ship. She tells you this is where it began, in the calm before the storm, when the first explorers stepped onto this coast, believing they had found a new world. But the land had always been alive, and the spirits who dwelled here never truly left. Tonight, we drift not only through time, but through memory, guided by the shadows of those who sailed too far and listened too late. You feel your eyelids grow heavy, your breath slower, the rhythm of the sea aligning with your heart. The world fades to soft colors, gray, blue, silver, and the air feels thick with something ancient, something kind, yet mournful. This is not a story of fear. It is a story of remembrance, of voices that hum beneath the waves, waiting for peace. So, close your eyes and let the harbor cradle you in its quiet embrace. Listen to the distant song of the tide, gentle, endless, forgiving. Let it carry away the noise of the day, the weight of thought, the ache of memory. As the sound fades, imagine the stars blinking awake above the sea, each one a lantern, guiding lost souls home. Perhaps tonight, one shines just for you, and as the story fades, allow yourself to drift into a peaceful sleep. Asterisk, the harbor breathes beneath the moon, its rhythm slow and patient, like the heartbeat of the earth itself. The tide laps at the wooden posts, whispering secrets to the barnacles that cling to their sides. Every ripple seems to murmur a name, faint and ancient, carried by the current from somewhere far beyond the edge of the world. The air tastes of salt and rain, and somewhere, beneath the sound of the sea, there is something else, a hum, low and steady, like a song trapped between worlds. You stand at the end of the pier, and the mist curls around your ankles like a living thing. The lanterns sway gently, their reflections trembling on the dark water, and for a moment you feel as though the ocean itself is breathing with you. Inhale, the waves rise. Exhale, the waves fall. The rhythm is steady, eternal, forgiving. You let yourself sink deeper into that stillness, your body loose, your mind quiet, your thoughts dissolving like foam. In the tide dot, in the silence between heartbeats, a voice begins to form, soft, distant, calling from somewhere deep within the water. It is not frightening, only sorrowful, a melody woven from longing and memory. It calls a name you cannot understand, but somehow recognize. You take another breath, slow and deep, and the mist thickens around you. The air grows cooler, the world quieter, and time begins to dissolve. You are no longer standing on the dock. You are drifting above the water, the reflection of the moon shimmering below like a silver gate. Beneath the surface, shapes move, faint outlines of ships long lost, their masts swaying in the deep like skeletal trees. Tattered sails flutter soundlessly, and figures drift among them, not walking, not swimming, just gliding through the current. Their faces blurred, their eyes luminous with pale light. These are the lost souls of the New World, explorers, sailors, and dreamers who never returned to shore. Their voices intertwine with the sigh of the waves, forming a quiet chorus of regret. They do not seek to frighten. They only wish to be remembered. The water ripples softly, and thus it does. Images rise in your mind, flashes of history like fading film, wooden ships creaking in the wind, men raising flags beneath a sun they did not yet understand, forests vast and silent, filled with unseen eyes watching from the shadows, laughter turning to silence, the promise of discovery becoming the weight of guilt. Evelyn's voice continues in your mind, low and steady, guiding you through the images. The New World, she whispers, was not new at all. It had a memory older than any map, older than any name, and sometimes, when the tide remembers, the past rises to meet the present. The mist curls tighter now, cool and damp. Carrying the scent of pine and smoke, you begin to walk, or maybe drift, along a narrow path that seems to emerge from the fog itself. The wooden planks of the pier fade away beneath your feet, replaced by sand that glows faintly in the moonlight. Ahead, the outline of an old settlement begins to appear, half real, half real, half memory. The houses are simple, built of weathered wood and stone. Their windows dark. A single bell tower stands crooked at the center, its shadow stretching across the shore like a silent witness. Every step you take is soft, soundless, dreamlike. You pass a rowboat overturned on the sand, its hull carved, with names too faded to read. You touch it gently, and the wood hums under your fingers, alive with a pulse that feels like remembrance. The air shimmers faintly, and for a heartbeat, you see figures walking among the ruins, women carrying baskets of fish, children chasing the tide, men hauling ropes, laughing into the wind. Then, as quickly as they appear, they vanish, leaving only the echo of footsteps and the cry of a distant gull. Somewhere beyond the ruins, you hear the toll of the bell tower, one slow, resonant note that trembles through the night. It echoes across the waves, and the air thickens with the sound of rain beginning to fall. Each drop touches your skin like the memory of something forgotten, soft, cool, and strangely comforting. The world feels both infinite and intimate, as if the sea and the sky are breathing in unison, and you are caught in the space between. You pause at the edge of the village where the land meets the water again. There, you see an old plaque half buried in sand, its words worn and almost erased. You brush the dust away and read what remains. For those who sailed west, seeking light, and found only shadow, the mist moves like a curtain, parting slowly, and you see a faint figure standing beside the plaque, the woman with the lantern, the same one from the pier. Her light flickers, dim but steady. She looks at you, her face serene, her eyes reflecting both sorrow and peace. When she speaks, her voice is like the tide itself, ancient, endless, and kind. They are not lost, she says softly, only waiting for someone to remember. The lantern's glow widens, spilling golden light across the sand, the ruins, and the water. You close your eyes, and the warmth wraps around you like an embrace. The hum of the harbor returns, deeper now, carrying with it the faint rhythm of drums, the flutter of sails, and the quiet sighs of a world reborn in memory. Your breathing slows, the edges of the world blur. The sound of the waves becomes a lullaby, steady and eternal. Evelyn's voice fades, gentle as sleep itself. As the story fades, allow yourself to drift into a peaceful sleep, and the tide, forever remembering, carries you softly into dreams. The lantern glows like a small sun in the fog, its light trembling with each breath of the ocean. You can almost hear the sound of its flame, a faint whisper like a heartbeat that does not belong to this world. The woman who carries it stands motionless at the edge of the water, her cloak stirring gently in the wind, air face half hidden beneath the hood. For a moment, she seems carved from mist itself, a ghost that has chosen the form of kindness. Follow, she whispers, though her lips barely move, and the word seems to come not from her, but from the air around you. The sound ripples through your chest like the echo of a dream you've already had. You step forward, and the sand beneath your feet feels soft and cool, alive with the rhythm of the tide. The mist parts before you, forming a narrow corridor of light that leads toward the sea. Each step is weightless. Each breath draws you deeper into the stillness. The water laps quietly against your ankles, and you feel no cold, only the strange, steady pulse of something vast and ancient, waiting beneath the surface. The woman walks ahead, her lantern casting golden reflections across the black water. You follow her without question, drawn by a calm curiosity that feels older than fear. As you walk, you notice that the stars above have changed. They shimmer faintly, but their constellations are wrong, unfamiliar, rearranged, as though the night itself has forgotten where it came from. A low sound begins to rise from the depths. Not quite a voice, not quite a song. It hums softly through the air, a vibration that seems to touch the edges of your thoughts. And then you realize it is not coming from the sea. It is coming from within the lantern. The woman stops. She holds the lantern toward you, and the light flickers as though recognizing your presence. Within its glass, you glimpse not flame, but movement. A swirl of water, a reflection, a memory. Faces appear and fade. Sailors, explorers, families, their eyes wide with wonder, then sorrow, then peace. They are the shadows of the new world, trapped between the waves and the wind. Evelyn's voice drifts in softly now, low and serene. Long before you, they sailed into the unknown, guided by stars that promised glory and haunted by dreams that whispered guilt. The ocean remembers everything, every voice, every choice, every secret left unspoken. Tonight, beneath the quiet moon, you walk among their echoes. The mist grows thicker around you, the sound of the sea stretching and slowing like a heartbeat in a dream. You close your eyes for a moment, breathing deeply. The air tastes of salt and time. When you open them again, the world has changed. You are no longer standing in the present. The harbor is still there, but younger, untouched. Wooden ships sway gently on dark water. Torches flicker along the shore. Voices drift through the fog, laughter, shouts, songs in languages you barely understand. The settlement is alive again, pulsing with hope and unease. The woman with the lantern walks among them unseen, her light brushing over faces that cannot see her. You walk with her, silent, invisible, watching the living shadows replay their stories. Men unload crates of fruit and cloth from the ships, their hands rough and tired. Children chase one another through the muddy streets, their laughter bright as the stars above. But beneath that life, you feel the undertow of something deeper, a quiet ache in the earth itself. The land remembers the footsteps that first scarred its soil. The sea remembers the prayers that never reach shore. As you pass the chapel near the bell tower, the air grows colder. The wind carries a faint scent of iron and ash. Inside, candles flicker beside a wooden statue of a saint, but the saint's face has been worn smooth, as if the years themselves have tried to forget. The woman sets the lantern beside the altar. Its light grows brighter, revealing carvings on the walls, scenes of arrival, conquest, and repentance. You feel the weight of centuries pressing close, the sigh of a world caught between salvation and sorrow. Outside, the bell tolls again, one slow, heavy note that shivers through the night. The sound bends the air, and the world seems to fold in on itself. You blink, and the harbor vanishes. The ships dissolve. The laughter fades. You are standing once more in the mist. The woman's lantern before you, its light soft and unbroken. She turns to you, her eyes calm and infinite, like the ocean at rest. The shadows do not seek revenge, she says gently. They only wish to be seen, to be named, to be remembered. You nod, though no words come. The tide rises higher, cool against your skin, washing away the last fragments of the vision. The lantern's light reflects on the water, forming a shimmering path that stretches toward the horizon, a bridge of memory between what was and what remains. Evelyn's voice fades back into the stillness, carrying warmth through the chill air. Let the water guide you home. Let its rhythm become your breath, its silence your rest. In this harbor of dreams, the past holds no pain, only peace. The wave sighs softly against the shore. The lantern dims, and the mist closes around you like a gentle veil. Your body feels weightless now, your mind quiet, your heart slowing to match the eternal rhythm of the sea. And as the last echo of the bell fades into the night, Evelyn whispers once more, tenderly, like a blessing, as the story fades. Allow yourself to drift into a peaceful sleep. The harbor breathes, the tide remembers, and you, too, are part of its memory. The sound of the sea deepens, low and endless, like the slow exhale of time itself. You are still standing in the mist, though now it moves differently, less like fog, more like breath. The harbor is gone, and yet, somehow, you can still feel its pulse beneath your feet, a faint thrum beneath the sand. You listen, and slowly, softly, you begin to hear them. Whispers. Countless whispers, carried on the wind and woven into the tide. They come from everywhere and nowhere, fragments of voices rising, overlapping, fading. Some speak of discovery, others of loss. Some pray in languages forgotten by the living. Their tone is neither angry nor mournful. It is weary, endless, beautiful in its stillness. Evelyn's voice slides in, low and measured. Every soul that has crossed the ocean leaves behind an echo. Some are songs, some are sighs. Some are still waiting to be heard. The water begins to glow faintly, threads of silver light winding beneath the surface, like veins of moonlight. You step closer. The tide reaches your knees now, cool but gentle, pulling you deeper into its rhythm. The voices grow clearer, not loud, but distinct, as though the sea has opened a hidden door. You see flickers of light beneath the waves, not reflections, but memories. The curve of a wooden hull, the gleam of a cross held high, the shimmer of a tear falling into dark water. A ship appears for a breath of time, ghostly and radiant, its sails unfurling with soundless grace. Men move along its deck, explorers, pilgrims, dreamers, their faces drawn by both faith and fear. They do not see you, yet their eyes seem to pass through you, as if searching for something they cannot name. The ship drifts closer, but the mist keeps it at a distance, as though memory itself refuses to touch the present. You feel a tug in your chest, not pain, but recognition. Somewhere, in a way you cannot explain, this story belongs to you too. Perhaps it belongs to everyone. A woman's voice rises from the sea, soft but steady, like a hymn carried on the wind. It speaks no words, only tones that move through the body rather than the ear. With each sound, the mist brightens, glowing pale blue, illuminating shapes beneath the waves, bones, relics, anchors, coins, and beneath them all, faces. Not dead, not alive, but suspended in the deep dreaming, watching, waiting. You realize that the ocean does not drown. It remembers. Every wave is a page of history rewritten by time. Every ripple carries both blessing and regret. Evelyn whispers, "Tonight, as you drift between waking and dreaming, remember that what we call history is only what the tide allows us to see. The rest remains beneath, murmuring its truth to those who listen." The tide draws back slightly, leaving glistening sand and scattered shells that shimmer like stars fallen from the sky. You lower yourself slowly, sitting at the edge of the water, your fingers tracing small circles in the cool sand. The world is quiet again, but not empty, the kind of silence that feels alive, breathing beside you. You close your eyes and inhale. The scent of salt fills your lungs, clean and ancient. You exhale slowly, and the tension of the day, the noise, the rush, the weight, all dissolves like foam upon the shore. Your body sinks into the calm, your heartbeat matching the steady rhythm of the waves in T-space. You feel the presence of those who came before, the sailors and settlers, the dreamers and the lost, the voices swallowed by storms. They are not gone. They are resting, carried forever within the sea's embrace. You sense their peace, their release, and with it something soft unfolds in your chest. Forgiveness, perhaps, or understanding. A gull calls faintly in the distance. The sound is lonely but pure, echoing across the horizon where dawn begins to stir. The mist thins slightly, revealing the faint outline of land, the new world. Not as it is, but as it was meant to be. Untouched, endless, shimmering with promise. Evelyn's voice returns, gentle as the tide. Breathe in the calm. Let the past wash over you, but not through you. You are safe here, between memory and moonlight, between what was lost and what is found again. The lantern flickers once more beside you, its glow now faint but steady. You watch it sway, reflecting soft ripples of gold across the water. Somewhere beyond the mist, a bell tolls, slow, deliberate, like the closing of a dream. You lie back upon the cool sand, feeling it cradle you like time itself. The whispers fade into lullabies. The tide hums softly against the shore. And all that remains is the quiet breath of the world. Evelyn's final words drift through the stillness, calm and low, wrapping around you like the warmth of sleep as the story fades. Allow yourself to drift into a peaceful sleep. The sea exhales. The stars blink once, and the night folds gently closed. Asterisk, the sea has fallen silent. Only the faint crackle of the lantern remains, fluttering softly like the last thought before sleep. You lie still, eyes half open, watching the horizon dissolve into shadow and silver. The tide no longer moves. It waits. Then you hear it. A single voice, faint at first, rising from beneath the waves. Not a song, not a cry, something between both. Trembling with age and sorrow, the voice does not speak in words you understand, but the feeling is unmistakable. Longing, you sit up slowly, listening. The mist thickens again, curling around your shoulders like breath. Another voice joins the first, this one deeper, calmer, filled with regret. Then another and another. Soon the air is alive with them. Dozens, hundreds, a choir of the unseen. Rising from the deep, Evelyn's voice drifts in softly, guiding you through it. They are the ones who cross the ocean, believing the horizon would save them. Some found land, others found silence. But every soul leaves behind an echo. The echoes swirl, forming faces in the mist, faint and luminous. A man with sunken eyes, clutching a compass, a child holding a seashell, pressing it to her ear, a woman with a rosary of bone-white beads. None of them look alive, yet none seem dead either. Their gaze holds something timeless, a plea for remembrance. You feel the air grow colder. The mist condenses into thin streaks of light that shimmer and pulse like veins through the darkness. The ground beneath you trembles, not violently, but with the rhythm of something vast moving beneath the earth. The voices begin to separate. Some grow near, almost whispering into your ear. Others drift far away, fading into the horizon. You start to hear words now, broken and distant. ... We were promised land. ... The sea kept its promise instead. ... Tell them we were here. The words are soft, but each one carries a weight that sinks into your chest. You close your eyes and listen, not as an intruder, but as a witness. Evelyn's voice returns, her tone hushed, almost prayer-like. The ocean remembers every story that history forgets, not through monuments, but through murmurs. The tide does not judge, it keeps, it holds, it forgives. A faint image forms on the water, a reflection of old maps. Lines drawn across endless blue. You see ships carved into the sea skin, roots traced by faith and greed. The whispers grow slower now, merging into a low hum that sounds like the heartbeat of the earth itself. You lower your hand into the water, and for an instant, the hum stops. The ocean goes utterly still. Then, beneath your fingertips, you feel warmth, not from the sea, but from within it. A pulse, a memory. Suddenly, a woman's voice rises clear. Above the rest, steady, mournful. We came seeking a new world, but we became its shadows. The mist parts for a moment, and you see her standing on the water, her figure glowing faintly in pale blue light. She wears garments of another century, her hair flowing as though underwater. Her eyes meet yours. There is no fear in her face, only truth. And you understand, this place is not haunted. It is remembering. She reaches out, her hand shimmering with the same silver light that threads through the tide. You cannot touch her, but somehow you feel her gesture within your mind. Her voice, now inside you, soft as sleep. Every story lost at sea finds its way to those who dream. Then she fades. The light collapses into ripples, and the water darkens once more. The voices recede, one by one, until only the wind remains, whispering through the grass, brushing across your cheek like the sigh of something finally at rest. Evelyn's closing murmur drifts like a lullaby. Tonight, as the shadows of Columbus Day pass over the world once more, listen closely. The sea is still speaking, and in its voice, we are never truly alone. The lantern dims to gold. The stars blur softly into the fog. The ocean hums its eternal rhythm, not of mourning, but of peace. You breathe in the salt, the stillness, the warmth of release, and as your eyelids fall, the last sound you hear is not the sea, but the slow, steady beat of your own heart, joining the chorus of the lost and found. Asterisk. The mist lingers like a soft curtain across the horizon, and the tide hums beneath the lantern as if fading glow. You lie quietly, letting the sand cradle your body, every muscle releasing into the rhythm of your breath. The night is still, yet the air feels alive, vibrating gently with the pulse of history, the heartbeat of the harbor, and the echoes of those long gone. Evelyn's voice slides in, calm and low. Allow yourself to rest here, at the edge of memory and water. Let the harbor, the mist, and the forgotten souls guide you into a tranquil dreams. You are safe. You are watched over. The faint shimmer of the tide shifts, revealing shapes beneath the waves, faces blurred like watercolor, gestures frozen in time. You see the glint of lanterns, the sails of long-forgotten ships, and a child's small hand waving from the deck. These are not frightening images. They are fragments of lives, gentle and unfinished, inviting you to remember alongside them. The whispering voices grow softer, each word a thread in a delicate tapestry. Some speak of joy, of discovery, first steps on new shores, laughter shared beneath alien skies. Others carry sorrow, regrets of choices made, promises unfulfilled, dreams abandoned in the cold embrace of the ocean. You listen, letting the harmony of these lives fold around you, the gentle undulation of the waves sinking with your breathing. Evelyn guides you deeper. Every ripple carries a story. Every shadow hides a truth. Tonight, as you drift, you carry them with you. Their memory, their whispers, their peace. The lantern's glow fades to silver, reflecting the stars mirrored in the water. A figure appears, faint but serene, stepping from the mist. She holds a small mirror, and in it, you see not just yourself, but all the lives intertwined with this harbor. The reflection is comforting, magical, a reminder that past and present coexist quietly, safely, in this space. Your eyes grow heavy. The whispering of the lost souls forms a lullaby. Soft, melodic, comforting. Each exhale carries away tension. Each inhalation fills you with calm. The night's secrets, the echoes of the past, the shadows of Columbus Day are no longer distant, frightening. They are gentle companions, guiding you toward stillness. Evelyn's voice lingers as the last words of the night. As the story fades, allow yourself to drift into a peaceful sleep. Remember, the lost souls of the harbor are at rest, and so can you be. Let their whispers wrap around you, soft as moonlight on the water, guiding you into dreams where history, mystery, and calm coexist. The sea exhales one final time, a quiet sigh blending with the lull of your heartbeat. The mist curls upward, folding over the horizon like a blanket, and the harbor disappears from sight. You are left with a sense of serenity, as if the whispers have imbued your sleep with their own gentle rhythm. In the distance, a bell tolls softly, signaling the close of this night. Not with alarm, but with reverence. Your body sinks further into the sand, the tide's lullaby threading through your mind, carrying you toward slumber. Every echo, every shadow, every fragment of memory is now a part of you, resting in harmony. And in that stillness, where water meets sky, you realize that tonight you have traveled with those lost souls, felt their presence, and been cradled by the gentle breath of history itself. Your eyes close fully. The lantern dims entirely. The whispers dissolve into the soft, eternal rhythm of the waves, the story of the harbor, of Columbus Day, of shadows and souls, now fades, leaving only calm, only sleep, only the quiet assurance that you are safe, held within the gentle embrace of night. Evelyn's final, barely audible words: thank you for joining Midnight Murmurs Radio. Subscribe to continue our journeys through history, mystery, and calm. Sleep well, dear listener. The stars blink softly above, the water glimmers faintly, and the night folds around you like a cozy, magical blanket, peaceful and serene. The night has deepened, and the harbor lies swathed in silver mist, every wave catching the faint glimmer of stars above. You rest quietly, letting your body sink into the soft sand, the gentle rhythm of the tide echoing in time with your own breath. The water is calm now, yet beneath its surface the secrets of centuries wait, unhurried and patient. Evelyn's voice slides in softly, carrying warmth and familiarity. Welcome back, dear listener. Tonight, we wander further into the shadows of Columbus Day, exploring the whispers left behind by those who came before us. Let your mind drift and your body relax as we begin. You inhale slowly, feeling the cool, salty air fill your lungs. Exhale. Allow your shoulders to fall, your hands to loosen, your eyelids to grow heavy. The harbor is yours to explore in the quiet of imagination, a place where time bends gently, and shadows tell their stories. A fog rolls in from the water, thin and silvery, curling around the docks like tendrils of memory. Lanterns sway, casting elongated shapes on the weathered planks. A ship creaks quietly in the mooring, its timbers whispering of voyages long past, of men and women who sailed, seeking fortune, hope, or escape. You feel their presence, not threatening, but wistful, each figure a lingering note in a melody of history. As your mind drifts, you notice a faint shimmer along the harbor's edge. It is not light, not quite, but an outline of movement, subtle, deliberate. Evelyn's voice reminds you to stay calm, to let the scene unfold like a dream. Notice the reflections in the water, how they ripple with memory. Each shadow you see is a story waiting to be remembered. Through the fog faces appear, not sharply defined but glowing faintly, translucent as if carved from moonlight. A sailor polishing a compass, a young woman clutching a journal, her eyes distant, gazing toward horizons unseen. A child runs along the dock, laughter echoing like wind chimes. Though no sound reaches your ears, you only feel it. The tide hums beneath you, steady, patient. You begin to sense a rhythm in the harbor, an echo of footsteps that belong to no living soul. Boats sway gently, ropes creaking softly. Somewhere, a gull cries, though the sound seems distant, distorted, as if filtered through time. Each detail settles into your awareness, grounding you in a peaceful yet mysterious space, your body relaxing further with every heartbeat. Evelyn's voice floats closer, guiding you deeper into the story. Tonight, the harbor remembers more than tides and currents. It holds the whispers of those who dared to explore, those who were lost, and those whose voices never reached the shore. Breathe deeply and let their stories mingle with your dreams. The shadows lengthen, folding into one another, forming shapes you cannot name. A figure steps onto the dock, her silhouette barely distinguishable, her hair drifting like seaweed in slow currents. She does not approach, yet you feel her awareness, her story stretching toward you across the water. There is sorrow, curiosity, patience, and then a smile, brief, fleeting, as if she acknowledges your presence without fear, without threat. You noticed other details, the faint glint of coins scattered along the dock, rusted tools left forgotten, a journal bound in cracked leather with pages fluttering in a wind you cannot feel. Each object hums with history, with life, with echoes of choices made long ago. You touch them lightly in your imagination, feeling their weight, their texture, their story settling softly around you. The water shivers slightly, a ripple spreading across the surface. The mist parts to reveal an old map etched in faintly glowing lines on the harbor floor, marking routes taken by ships, lives intersected by waves and weather. Evelyn's voice floats with a whisper of awe. Every mark tells of a journey. Every line remembers a path, a hope, a fear. Tonight, we witness them together, in peace and in reflection. Your breathing slows further. Your body sinks deeper into the comfort of the sand, the rhythm of the tide syncing with the pulse of your heart. The harbor's lights, the shimmering fog, the soft echoes of unseen voices, all fold around you, guiding you into a sense of calm immersion. Though the story touches the mysterious and the supernatural, it remains gentle, a quiet bridge between the past and your imagination. Evelyn's voice draws soft circles around your mind as you linger here. Let the harbor's hidden echoes remind you of the calm that exists even in shadow, the magic in memory, the peace in reflection. Sleep will come as naturally as the tides ebb, carrying you into dreams of light and shadow, history and mystery intertwined. The lanterns sway slowly, casting soft shadows that merge with the mist. A lull descends over the water. You feel the heartbeat of the harbor, steady and rhythmic, soothing, like a quiet companion at your side. The echoes of Columbus Day, the whispers, the shadows, de los sols drift gently around you, threading through the night, threading through your breath. And as the mist curls and the tide homes softly, you feel yourself floating, not just in the harbor, but in the stories themselves, cradled, calmed, and carried toward a peaceful, restorative sleep. Evelyn's final soft murmur fades like a dream. Remember, dear listener, every shadow has its story. Every whisper has its place. Sleep well, and let the lost souls rest. As you do. The fog has thickened, wrapping the harbor in a soft, silvery veil that glows faintly under the watchful gaze of a crescent moon. You lie still, feeling the gentle pull of the tide beneath you, your body heavy, relaxed, and warm against the cool sand. The air carries a whisper of salt and time, each breath drawing you deeper into the harbor's secret. Evelyn's voice emerges like a gentle current. Tonight, we walk among shadows of the past, tracing the steps of those who came to these shores, their stories lingering in the hush of the water and the sway of lanterns. Slowly, the lanterns appear, bobbing on small boats tethered to the docks. Their light is warm, magical, and calming, casting dancing reflections that ripple like memories across the water. You notice figures moving silently, tending to these lanterns, their faces blurred but peaceful, their gestures careful, deliberate. There is no fear here, only quiet reverence, a rhythm of life and history intertwined. Evelyn guides you gently. Let the soft glow wrap around you. Feel it. Brush against your mind, your skin, your thoughts, as though the harbor itself embraces you. A faint melody drifts from somewhere unseen, the creak of a mast, the whisper of sails brushing in the wind, the distant call of a night bird. Every sound settles like a feather across your consciousness, soothing, grounding, guiding you towards serenity. You inhale deeply, imagining the cool mist mingling with the warm light, your body sinking further into the comfort of the sand. Shadows shift in the lantern light, revealing glimpses of lives long past. A sailor polishing the deck of an old ship, a young mother gazing out at the horizon with a child in her arms, merchants counting coins on creaking planks. These are fragments of history, peaceful echoes caught between night and memory, inviting you to witness without fear. Evelyn whispers, notice the delicate details, the fluttering of a pennant, the shimmer of water along the docks, the soft sway of lanterns. Each is a gentle reminder of the lives that once filled this harbor, their presence, lingering in calm harmony. You feel yourself walking slowly along the dock, barefoot, the planks cool beneath your feet. The fog curls around your ankles like soft silk, the lanterns cast in long, enchanting shadows that move like slow dances across the boards. Every step is measured, deliberate, syncing with the rhythm of your breath and the heartbeat of the harbor. Somewhere in the distance, a faint figure appears, gliding silently along the water. She holds a lantern high, the glow revealing delicate features, a serene smile. She does not speak but extends a hand in welcome, an invitation to remember, to rest, to drift. The gentle light spreads warmth through the mist, calming your mind, soothing any tension, and inviting the imagination to wander freely. Evelyn continues softly, as the night stretches on, let the lanterns guide your mind into a state of deep relaxation. Each flicker is a heartbeat of the past, a whisper of a story, a thread connecting you to the harbor and its hidden history. The tide breezes subtly, lapping against the dock in a gentle, rhythmic murmur. You notice small details, a rope coiled neatly, a journal left open on a bench, coins glinting faintly in the lantern light. Each object hums with memory, a testament to lives lived, dreams pursued, and mysteries quietly preserved. The shadows of Columbus Day stretch across the water, soft and protective, rather than threatening, forming a canopy of history and imagination over your thoughts. You breathe deeply, the cool night air mingling with the warmth of the lantern glow, every inhalation filling you with calm, every exhale releasing tension, fear, and concern. Evelyn's voice threads gently through the night. Allow these moments to linger. Let the harbor's magic settle in your mind, in your body, in your dreams. The past and present coexist here, in calm reflection and soft wonder. Slowly, the lanterns begin to fade, their light blending into the silver of the mist. Figures retreat into the shadows, leaving only gentle whispers and the serene pulse of the tide. You feel the harbor fold quietly around you, a comforting embrace, guiding you toward deeper rest. The story, the history, and the magic have done their work, wrapping your mind in gentle serenity. Evelyn's final words drift like a lullaby. As the story fades, let yourself drift further into a peaceful sleep, carried by the quiet rhythm. The harbor has softened into an endless stretch of silver mist, and the lighthouse stands solemn, its beam cutting a gentle path through the night. You lie back, body relaxed, eyes closed, feeling the sand and salt air envelop you, guiding each breath slowly, deliberately. Evelyn's voice, familiar and comforting, threads through the stillness. Tonight, we follow the whispers that rise beneath the lighthouse, the echoes of souls who watched over these waters long before us. Allow your thoughts to float gently as we step quietly into the stories hidden beneath the light. The beam sweeps across the docks and the quiet waves, illuminating fragments of history, wooden crates stacked with care, a lantern swinging softly in the night breeze, the faint outline of a rowboat moored to a post. Each object hums with memory, holding fragments of lives lived, dreams pursued, and secrets left behind. Your mind drifts freely, each detail imprinting a gentle calm. the rhythm of the harbor sinking with your breathing. Evelyn continues, feel the pulse of the lighthouse, steady and eternal. Its light is a guide not only to sailors, but to our imagination, to the quiet reflection of those who came before. Through the mist, you notice faint figures moving gracefully along the shoreline, translucent yet luminous. A sailor traces the edge of the water with careful steps, while a child pauses to watch the gentle lapping of waves. Their presence is not disturbing but serene, a quiet bridge between the living and the memories of the harbor. You sense their stories without fear, each one a note in the soft melody of the past. The lighthouse emits a low hum, almost imperceptible, blending with the rhythmic sigh of the tide. Evelyn's voice floats closer. Notice the small sounds, the whisper of wind through ropes, the creak of planks, the distant call of a gull. Each is a thread connecting you to the history, to the calm, to the magical peace that night brings. A soft glow appears beneath the water near the pier, shifting and shimmering. You imagine an old journal floating gently, opened to a page detailing voyages, storms weathered, and discoveries made. The handwriting is delicate, words alive with intention, telling of lives touched by hope and shadow alike. Evelyn encourages you. Trace the words with your mind's eye. Let each line settle in your awareness. Breathe in calm. Breathe out tension. And let the harbor's magic carry you further into tranquility. The figures along the shore move in unison with the lantern lights, guiding your imagination through a scene of gentle activity. They are preparing for Columbus Day, arranging small offerings, candles, and tokens to honor the past. There is reverence here, a connection between generations, a story of remembrance and peaceful reflection. You inhale deeply, feeling the cool, misty air and the warmth of the lantern glow. Evelyn's tone softens. Every step along the docks, every sway of a lantern, every ripple on the water carries a story. Let yourself drift alongside them, unhurried, immersed, cradled by the rhythm of history and the gentle pull of the tide. The lighthouse beam sweeps again, briefly illuminating a small collection of artifacts left as reminders. Coins, letters, and simple wooden carvings, each glowing faintly in the soft light. You imagine touching them gently, feeling the textures, sensing the weight of the lives that have passed through this place. There is no urgency, no fear, only the calm, reflective presence of those who came before. The tide's hum grows softer, mingling with the subtle rustle of fog across the sand. Evelyn whispers, "Allow the echoes beneath the lighthouse to soothe you. Let them mingle with your breath, filling every corner of your mind with peace, calm, and gentle wonder." Your body sinks further into the sand, the harbor wrapping around you like a blanket. The figures fade slowly, the glow of the lanterns dimming, leaving only the soft murmur of water and the lighthouse. Esse steady beam. You feel cradled, safe, immersed in history, mystery, and gentle magic. Evelyn's final words for this part float softly as the story drifts away. Let yourself sink deeper into sleep, guided by the calm and the echoes of those who watch over the harbor. Sleep well, dear Lissa, until our journey continues. Asterisk. The night has grown denser, a soft veil of fog curling along the harbor and drifting through narrow streets. You lie still, completely at ease, the sand or soft mattress beneath you cradling your body, your breathing slow and measured. Evelyn Blackwood's voice threads through the mist, rich and steady. Let the fog of forgotten stories settle around you, carrying whispers of those who walked these shores long before us. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and step quietly into the memories the harbor holds. A faint glow illuminates windows along the old waterfront houses, flickering like gentle heartbeats. The harbor's gentle waves lap against the wooden docks, each sound echoing faintly in your mind, syncing with your own heartbeat. Shadows stretch along the narrow alleyways, shapes blurred but inviting, guiding your imagination towards stories lost in time yet alive in memory. Evelyn's tone softens. Notice the subtle details, the shimmer of wet cobblestones, the lantern light reflecting in quiet puddles, the gentle sway of a shutter in the evening breeze. Each is a gentle nudge toward serenity and calm. Figures move slowly, almost gliding through the fog. A merchant counts coins in the muted glow of his shop. A mother rocks a child gently as they watch the water, and a lone sailor leans on a post, gazing at the horizon. These scenes unfold without urgency, without tension, each one a quiet echo of daily life long past. You feel connected, observing without fear, letting your mind absorb the gentle rhythm of history. The fog seems to hum softly, carrying faint whispers of Columbus Day ceremonies past, voices mingling with the sounds of the tide. Evelyn's voice weaves into your awareness. Let the stories rise and fall like the tide, each whisper a thread guiding you deeper into relaxation and reflection. A soft lantern appears along a distant pier, bobbing gently with the movement of water. It illuminates a small figure tending a tiny garden of flowers and herbs, each plant carefully positioned as though preserving memories of those who once walked these docks. The scene is calm, magical, and strangely comforting, each detail brushing against your mind with a sense of peace. Evelyn encourages you further. Breathe in the mist, feel it swirl gently around you, and let the soft glow of the lantern warm your thoughts. Every detail you imagine is a quiet lullaby, guiding you toward restful slumber. The fog thickens, softening edges, blurring lines, and inviting your imagination to roam freely among the subtle shapes of the harbor. Old letters and journals appear on the docks, floating like gentle echoes of the past, words legible only to the mind, revealing stories of journeys, choices, and quiet revelations. Each letter, each note carries a soft magic, a peaceful resonance, guiding you into calmness. Evelyn whispers, every shadow, every ripple, every flicker of light is a reminder that the harbor holds countless memories. Let these moments cradle you, washing away tension, carrying you into gentle dreams. The tide lows softly, mingling with the distant sound of a bell from the lighthouse. You feel yourself drifting, the fog a gentle blanket over your consciousness, the lanterns dimming and the harbor quieting. Your mind floats alongside the figures, absorbing the calm, magical, and peaceful rhythm of the night. Evelyn's final words for this part echo like a lullaby as the fog clears and the stories fade. Let yourself sink deeper into sleep, held by the calm, the magic, and the gentle whispers of the past. Sleep well, dear listener, until our journey continues. The harbor feels suspended in time. A quiet world of gentle water and faint lantern light. You lie still, fully relaxed, breathing slow and deep, letting the sand or soft mattress cradle every muscle. Evelyn Blackwood's voice flows around you like a soft current. Tonight, we follow the lanterns on the forgotten pier, tracing the footsteps of those who came before, and allowing their stories to whisper softly into your mind. Let your body melt into the calm of the night. A row of lanterns glows along the weathered boards, their light warm but muted, casting long, delicate shadows that sway gently with the motion of the tide. The mist drifts around the posts, curling like smoke, softening the edges of time, drawing you gently into the memories hidden in the harbor. Each lantern seems alive, holding fragments of laughter, whispered conversations, and unspoken farewells, all glowing peacefully beneath the calm night sky. Evelyn's tone is soft, inviting. Notice the gentle flicker of each lantern, the sound of water brushing against the dock, the distant call of a gull. Let these quiet details guide your imagination to a place of serenity and calm. Figures move quietly along the pier, almost spectral, yet comforting in their presence. A fisherman secures a net, his movements deliberate and measured, while a young woman arranges small flowers along the railing, honoring memories of loved ones lost to the sea. Each motion is slow and soothing, a rhythmic lullaby for your mind. The air carries faint scents of salt and wood smoke, grounding your senses in a magical, peaceful harbor. Evelyn continues. Follow the lanterns with your mind's eye. See the glow reflecting in the gentle waves. Hear the whispers of the past mingling with the sound of the tide. Let your breath match the ebb and flow of the harbor. Slow, steady, calming. A soft breeze moves through the pier, lifting a few pages of an old journal, letting them flutter gently onto the boards. Words appear as if written for your eyes alone. Accounts of journeys taken, choices made, and quiet triumphs and regrets. Each sentence carries a weight of history, yet enveloped in peace, guiding your thoughts toward contemplation and gentle relaxation. The lantern's glow intensifies for a brief moment, illuminating faint faces along the water, sailors, families, and travelers long gone, all smiling softly in memory. You feel their presence without fear, as if they are guardians of the harbor's calm, holding you tenderly in a cradle of light and reflection. Evelyn whispers, "Let these souls guide you deeper into relaxation," allowing the peaceful magic of their stories to sink into your awareness. The fog thickens once more, softening the glow of the lanterns into a gentle haze. Every sound, every shadow, every shimmer of light becomes part of the lullaby that carries you closer to sleep. You feel cradled by the past, the present, and the calm, magical energy of the harbor, the rhythm of the tide syncing perfectly with your own heartbeat. Evelyn's final words for this part float softly through the mist. As the lanterns fade into the fog, and the stories settle in your mind. Allow yourself to drift fully into peaceful sleep. Let the calm, the magic, and the gentle echoes of the past guide your dreams tonight. Asterisk. The harbor has grown quiet, as if holding its breath beneath the night sky. You lie still, body fully relaxed, eyes closed, each breath slow and measured, every muscle softening. Evelyn Blackwood's voice flows gently through the mist. Tonight, we linger at the edge of the harbor, where the light whispers of lives long past. Felti calm, magical air wrap around you, carrying you deeper into the peace of this night. Lanterns shimmer along the docks, their reflections rippling softly across the water, blending with the fog and turning each wave into a shimmering path of memory. Shadows move with the tide, not threatening, but tender, echoing the stories of those who once walked this pier. A small sailboat rocks, quietly, untethered, yet safe, floating like a vessel between the present and the past. Evelyn continues. Notice the gentle sway of the boat, the soft hush of water against wood, the whisper of fog through the railings. Allow your mind to drift along with these rhythms, each sound a thread drawing you closer to rest and calm. Figures appear in the distance, faint and peaceful. A sailor tying knots, a mother guiding a child along the lantern-lit pier, travelers sharing quiet words. Their presence is serene, a soft echo of the past brushing against your imagination. The harbor becomes a sanctuary of memory and reflection, a space where every ripple, shadow, and flicker of light invites relaxation and contemplation. Evelyn's voice deepens. Let the harbor's whispering light cradle your thoughts. Each gentle motion, each subtle sound is a lullaby for your mind, inviting you to release the weight of the day and drift effortlessly into sleep. A soft breeze carries the scent of salt and cedar, mingling with the faint warmth of lantern flames. Old journals and letters, floating on the misty water, reveal stories of courage, choice, and quiet reflection. Each word settles softly in your awareness, bringing a sense of peace and connection across time. Evelyn adds, imagine tracing the letters with your mind, letting each story soothe you, letting the harbor's calm fill every corner of your being. Breathe slowly, deeply, and let go of all tension. The lanterns fade gradually into the night, leaving only the gentle hum of the water and the distant call of a lone gull. The harbor, the pier, the fog day all merge into one soft, magical scene, wrapping you in serenity and calm. Evelyn whispers one last time as the story fades. Allow yourself to drift fully into a peaceful sleep, carrying the calm and gentle magic of the harbor into your dreams. Sleep well, dear listener. And with that, Evelyn softly reminds, if you enjoyed this journey through the Columbus Day shadows, please support Midnight Murmurs Radio by subscribing and sharing, so we may continue guiding you through peaceful, calming, and magical stories each night. The night settles completely. The lanterns glow now only in memory, leaving your mind and body embraced by tranquility, ready to drift into the coziest, deepest sleep.